were taken here and murdered by the Manson family, can you knock again?
How did you die?
Drop. Oh, the raccoons are fucking over there. At the place where we're going. Dude, they're actually at the area they were going to. Oh!
Dude, it's right here.
That's suspicious. Bro, they better not charge me, fam.
Are those the big boys?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the big boys. I want to see how close they're gonna get to me. I'll kick them.
I don't want to see that. Yeah. Whoa. Should I blast him? Oh.
You have zero.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's the rest of them. What the?
Look, he stood up. No, don't go back that way.
They're leading us.
That's trippy.
That's our crew.
What's our response if they come?
They're looking at us. They're like, come on, yo, come on.
What are we getting ourselves into? We're gonna get our ass kicked by a pack of raccoons.
No, I'm serious.
All right.
I think they're doing that to us.
Really? No, they're fighting each other. Dude, where they go? This is like the craziest.
They're down where he was buried, too.
All right, you want to shoot the intro?
So to properly investigate the hauntings of the Spawn Ranch area. Are they right there?
Sorry, guys. That guy came up on the side real quick.
Surrounding us.
They are. They're so scary. 8 of them. I was just standing here and one came up right here.
Oh, he was curious.
All right. Okay.
So, just to explain what's happening, there's a huge squad of raccoons that like ran into this exact area that we were coming to, that started fighting across the street from our cars where we parked, and then ran over here. Bro, it's right there. Oh, he's... Look, there he is.
Oh, he's going in the tunnel.
Holy shit.
Tunnel, man. There he goes.
Listen to him in there.
This is turning into a raccoon documentary. I don't even see them anymore. I think they run in this and go up the other side.
So, there are wild raccoons brawling all throughout this area for some reason. And they just ran into the small tunnel or culvert that we came here to visit. So, back in the time when the Manson murders were occurring, there was a guy named Shorty who lived and worked at Spawn Ranch. One day, he managed to piss off the Manson family enough that they decided that he needed to be eliminated, and I'm talking killed. So a few members of the family picked him up in their car and drove him to right here. If you want to show this, babe. This area right here, which back in the day did not have these metal railings. And they beat him over the head and rolled his body down here towards that old culvert or sewage drain. What ended up happening though is that he didn't die when they first tried to kill him, and at about 3 in the morning, somebody who was living at Spawn Ranch actually heard screaming echoing from this tunnel, someone yelling, "Help me, help!" all the way over there. And they alerted the Manson family, and a few other members came back to this area, headed down to that exact tunnel, culvert, whatever you want to call it, classify it as, and killed Shorty. And what they ended up doing after that is they took his body and dragged it down through this creek bed over here, this runoff area, and then buried him in a shallow grave down in the woods down there. The police eventually found his bones and where he was buried, but he was there for a long time. And obviously events like murders are some of the most extreme when it comes to emotions, both the emotions of the people killing the person and the person being killed, and that leaves a stain on the environment. Now, we already had a pretty bizarre experience down at the Manson family cave and on the Spawn Ranch property, And to finish this out tonight, we are here at the location that you can investigate where one of the Manson family murders actually happened. This is one of the only places you can actually see the location of a murder and investigate it. So it's a weird area, a lot of like car alarms going off, sketchy people driving by, raccoons fighting, dogs barking. So we haven't been down there yet, but those damn raccoons just ran into the tunnel. So I don't know where they went.
I'm not going after those raccoons.
Yeah, no thank you. But we're gonna head down there and see if we can capture anything. Look at eyes down there. They're right there. See him? Oh!
Oh, he's right there. They're cute. I like raccoons.
But look at, he's staring right at me.
Coming at your face.
Dude, he's like, I can see his teeth.
Did he bare teeth at you?
No, I could just see him. So, this is the area right down here where apparently the body of Shorty was buried. It's down in this area. I don't know the exact location. What the hell?
Shorty.
What?
Shorty.
Oh,
Was
it's all about
murdered.
Shorty.
What?
Wow.
It's a printed out. Add pictures of everyone.
Yeah, it says here,
Okay.
Grogan hit Shay over the head with a pipe wrench while Tex stabbed Shay repeatedly. Shay managed to stay alive and alert when the group pulled him from the car and dragged him down a hill behind Spawn Ranch, where they stabbed him to death. From prison, Davis later stated that he sliced Shorty Shay from his armpit to his collarbone while his crime partners repeatedly stabbed and clubbed Mr. Shay.
Freaking odds would come down here.
And this is just there.
And there's a printed out photo.
Of
or
him.
Printed out.
What does it say on
This is the beginning of the story.
What does it say?
It says that he moved here and that his ex-wife pissed off Charles Manson and he punched her in the face and she had to have her jaw wired shut. And when he confronted Manson,
So
they started fighting.
basically they with Manson, or he did in some way, and then he had him killed.
But he thinks that, it says here that Manson thought Shorty snitched on the police because the cops came about stolen cars.
Crazy that that's just there, though. What are the odds? Yeah, here, let's just grab the K2.
The energy over here, though, compared to the cave, it feels different.
Shorty, Donald Shay. If you're here in this area, my name's Colin. I'm here with Susan and Peyton. Can you come over and talk to us? Sorry, what?
I heard another raccoon. I heard a snort.
Yeah.
I heard.
Oh,
What?
is that you guys?
What?
That made the snort?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, let's just go up there. This is giving me claustrophobia down here. I've gotten a couple spikes on this K2 randomly.
Really?
Oh, I've been walking up.
That's interesting.
Can you shine a light over there?
Over where? The tunnel?
Yeah, here, I think we should take this little path right down here to get to the kind of entrance area. Switch with me.
Give me burger. I am raccoon.
Give me boygie.
Give me Blakey.
Well, this is eerie. Just a quick shout out, if you don't subscribe to the channel already, please hit that subscribe button and turn your notifications on. Also, follow Peyton and I and the show on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever you want to do. And as always, guys, stay spooky.
Look, you can see all their little paw prints.
So we've got the paranormal puck right here, which I'm going to be using. This thing kicks out an electromagnetic signal, and when it records fluctuations in the level of EMF in the environment, either up, down, it puts those fluctuations through an algorithm and gives you a word. Now, obviously it's not an exact science, but we have captured some really compelling words over the years with this thing, including one time when we were investigating a haunted doll, and we were using the puck, and we got the words garden and bones, and the woman who owned the doll told us that her grandmother was the one who had the doll, and at the time that the grandmother had the doll, in her house, in her backyard, she found a box that was buried in the garden that contained the bones of a baby. So that was strange, but I'm gonna set this right here.
What did it say about did it say something?
What do you mean?
Like, what did the puck say about it?
It said garden and bones.
Yeah.
And when we told that to the woman,
She started crying. Let's just real quick, for an EVP session, just ask a few questions. Donald Shea, Shorty, if you were taken here and murdered by the Manson family, can you use your voice to speak with us? Or give us a sign that you're here? Mr. Shea, are you here with us?
you from in there?
Yeah, I was like that. Mr. Shea, if your energy is trapped here for some reason, can you speak to us and tell us why you're still here? I see the raccoons.
Really?
Yeah, I see their eyes. Mr. Shea, are you back there? Can you walk over to me? This voice?
Oh,
Oh. Ask what his nickname was.
what was your nickname? Tit and big.
Shorty, but big.
How did you die?
Drop. Tense. They did drop him down here. Interesting.
Who killed you?
Karen.
It wasn't a Karen.
We didn't know this at the time, but we had just captured a bizarrely accurate response from the paranormal puck. Although the answers we received were not directly related to the question that we asked, they had a deep personal meaning to Donald Shea himself. Karen is actually the name of Donald's daughter who carried on his family name. And strangely enough, the name of the deputy coroner from the Los Angeles Sheriff's Office who was there on the scene the day that Donald's remains were finally exhumed from the area that we were at that night was named John Mossberger. So you have Karen, Donald's daughter, and Moss, which could be a reference to Moss Berger, one of the people that was there the day that Donald's remains were finally found. Very odd.
So the fact that it gave a name is pretty odd.
When you said who?
Why did they kill you?
David kept.
Once again, we captured a response here on the puck that we didn't piece together in the moment, but a response that ended up blowing my mind later on while editing the video. The name David is only one letter away from Davis, and it was a man named Bruce Davis who sliced Donald with a bayonet and participated in his murder. Maybe Donald was saying that Bruce Davis kept on stabbing or hurting him and ultimately was why he was killed? Manson also gave the orders to kill Shay to Bruce Davis, and Davis ended up being one of the 2 people convicted for the murder. Very strange that we'd get the name David.
What type of animals scurry about here?
God, it looks so eerie on the camera.
No response.
What kind of animals are around you?
What was your job at Spawn Ranch?
Sharp statement.
Raccoons.
If you were alive still today, what would you do? I just feel like I get the sensation, like a thought just popped into my head where it's like stupid, like calling out for help. You know what I mean? Was actually his demise.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
It was.
it's like I guess the thought didn't occur to him that they were still so close by that they would hear his cries. Like
Yeah.
I get like the remorse like in his actions. Like he killed himself by doing that. I mean, obviously he didn't kill himself, but like he sealed the deal by like screaming for help the way he did.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing how close he was to Spawn Ranch, like he didn't like think it through. It's really a bummer. It's like your worst nightmare situation. Like having that glimpse of hope that, oh shit, I survived a violent attack only to be just like hunted down by like bloodhounds, like human bloodhounds that just like finished him off.
Right here, sadly.
If he would have gotten away, he could have gotten all of them prosecuted and none of the murders would have happened.
Very true.
Came very close.
He was probably so wounded, it's like he'd have to crawl all the way up there. And then maybe they would have just seen him in the road, you know, before anyone else drove by.
Yeah.
But still, that's more hope than yelling in the tunnel.
Do you hear all the owls?
Yeah.
Weird. Shorty, do you regret calling for help?
I heard like a thump
Yeah,
at the
there
end,
was.
but there's no car overhead.
No. You okay?
Are you at peace now? Do you think you got the justice you deserved?
Shorty, now's your chance to speak about what happened if your energy is still here, and we invite you to just use your voice, even if it's very quiet. Do you have anything left to say to the people that ended your life or the people who helped bring them to justice?
cars coming by over. What is that thumping?
Dude, what the so many cars have passed by too in that. Yeah, that was 2 knocks. If that was you down there, can you knock again?
I also hear like really distant screaming.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Have you heard that? It's like really distant.
Like coming from over there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just such a weird area. Oh, your flashlight just flickered. Weird. Like I said, if you have anything left to say, now's the time, because we're here to listen.
Lots of cars walking.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there they are down there. You can see their eyes.
Okay.
Well, you want to head out?
I'm gonna end this.
Okay, everybody. So we've had quite the interesting night here at the Spawn Ranch property outside of LA. Peyton, what are your thoughts at the end of the night?
I think definitely back at the Manson family cave, there's more of a sinister vibe. We didn't necessarily get a lot of dowsing rod responses, but I think the rock being thrown and the fact that it did respond yes when we asked it.
Raccoons are getting closer.
Yeah.
You guys want to go up and do this?
Yeah, there's actually a spot right by the road over there.
Hold up a second. I just heard something bizarre while I was editing this outro. If you listen closely, I seem to have captured an EVP of a deep male voice while I was grabbing a B-roll shot of the tunnel alone at the entrance. Susan and Peyton had already crawled back up the hill, and I was completely alone at the bottom, so whose voice is this? It's up to you to decide, because I truly can't tell. Anyways, back to the outro. I just want to give a quick shout out to our patrons who are supporting the show on Patreon. They are getting some really cool benefits this month, and one lucky fan of the show is actually going to get a Polaroid that captured some paranormal evidence on it. I don't want to spoil it for you guys. I'm going to post the photos on our Instagram tomorrow, but one of the pictures we took tonight at an abandoned nursing home ended up capturing something pretty strange on it, so shout out to all you guys, and if you want to become a patron, the link is in the description of the video below. Thanks again, and stay spooky. Okay, so we've gotten out of the Spawn Ranch area. Susan has removed the poncho.
I did. Continuity, sorry.
It's okay. You guys, describe your feelings tonight on what just happened.
Well, I feel like the actual Manson family rock was a little bit more like present in its energy. We didn't get too many dowsing rod responses, but we did get a yes when we asked if you weren't allowed to talk about it, which is kind of compelling, as well as the rock being thrown when we were reviewing our EVP. That was definitely the biggest thing that happened. And just the energy overall when we mentioned Charles Manson's name, you know, the mood of the forest kind of changed.
The whole environment changed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I didn't necessarily feel that switch down at the tunnel. You know, I feel like it's more dim, but like kind of peaceful, you know, because they did find his body and he's buried now. Like, there may still be, like, some vengeance there, but I didn't necessarily feel anything negative.
I feel like when we went to the Manson cave, there was definitely more of an interaction with whatever was there. I definitely felt like the rods, like, chose you to speak through because it would not move at all. And then, every time we asked if it was a female, it crossed over. It was just constantly validating, yes, I'm a woman, which was really interesting. But it wasn't any of the names of any of the people that we kept asking, you know?
Or I just didn't want to say.
And that's the thing. We asked, like, can you talk to us? And it answered us, like, no, I can't tell you more. And I think when we were trying to get an answer or review through the audio, that's when we got that rock thrown at us. It was kind of like solidifying the fact that whatever was there was trying to be hush-hush. It was almost giving the, like there was an energy that was talking to us and then an energy that was oppressing that energy. You know, like there's like some weird thing going on there. And it did feel uncomfortable after we started reviewing the audio.
What's it like going on quite the dangerous adventure with the Paranormal Files?
I love Paranormal Files. Well, honestly, you guys.
That sounded so unconvincing. I love Paranormal Files.
Da-da-da. And then you just pause right there.
Yeah, it's the end of the show right there.
No, but in all seriousness, it's been really refreshing investigating with you guys because every time I've had to go on an investigation, it's got to be so calculated and so scientific, and it's just kind of brought me back to like my urban exploring days and like the root of like genuinely connecting with energy again instead of like, you know, experimenting on it, you know. So it was kind of cool to just kind of do something guerrilla style. And you guys are awesome, so that made it so much easier to do this investigation. I mean, we hang out off camera too.
Oh,
What about that?
Yeah.
Whoa. Sick.
No, but seriously, I had so much fun. And I lived in LA for so long, and you guys kind of brought me out in my hood to like do some like very famous locations that, you know, I'm like, why didn't I do this before? And you guys were the perfect tour guides for that. So what do you think about California?
Well, I would not also say we were the perfect tour guides because of how the night started tonight. Crossing through the riverbed, then up the hill / mountain, then down, then through the twisted woods. But just as a message to all of our fans and people that watch from California, we have had an absolute blast out here, and it has just been literally a hell of a time in my mind. Not only just the paranormal stuff that we've been doing, but exploring the culture. We've had such good food. We've met so many amazing people like Susan, even the two guys who came out. I don't know if the videos have been posted yet or not at this point, but
Evelyn and Shane.
Yeah, who came out and filmed with us and hung out with us at our Airbnb all night last night. We've had like a freaking blast.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
She had never been to California before this.
First time in California, except for like Lake Tahoe, but like that's barely California. You know what I mean? But I've had a fantastic time just to think about everything that we've done. I mean, like you said, great food, great people. We've been busy constantly. I would just like to thank Teresa, Evelyn, and Shane for coming out to our fan meetup. It was a lot of fun. Hello to all of you from behind the screen. I miss all of you. But, I mean, I love the wildlife. I love the raccoons. And I've just had a really kick-ass time, you know. I think this is what I needed, you know, like I really needed a good trip, and it's been an amazing trip.
It's been better than I could have imagined it would have been. But to kind of wrap this whole thing up, my personal thoughts on Spawn Ranch and this whole area, it's not an active energy, obviously. I mean, the crimes did not actually happen here, but in my mind, the energy would definitely be around because it's where the family lived. It's where they conceived these plots to kill. It's where, Shorty was murdered literally right there behind us. So there was death here, But the fact that the fire torched all the buildings and removed all those structures that retain that energy inside of them, I mean, the area is practically unrecognizable now. I'd imagine as a spirit, it would be hard to kind of navigate the areas because it's been so shifted in the years since Spawn Ranch burned down. But crazy enough that 49 years ago today, Spawn Ranch burned to the ground, literally to the day. And we did not plan that. That's like literally, you can see how shocked I was when we learned about that. It's been amazing. And like the energy is here. I'd highly recommend you guys, if you're out here, to come hike this area and experience this history for yourself, because as with all history, even though it's a bit negative, it's important to understand that darkness to bring forward the good parts of life and to, you know, show people that we got to learn our history before we can move forward and make more. Anyways, here, Susan, I'm gonna grab this. We had an amazing time out here in Cali, baby.
Yep.
But sadly, we got to go home tomorrow.
I'm gonna miss you guys.
Yeah, we're actually gonna miss
I know,
you
I'm
too.
actually really sad.
Susan, no. From out here at Spawn Ranch in beautiful, sunny, well, not right now, but
Cloudy today.
cloudy today, California. It's Colin.
And Peyton.
And Susan.
And as always, stay spooky.
Woo! Very nice.